Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-diving into one of the most incredible and impactful stories in human history, the astonishing rise of the Mongol Empire. Imagine a small, scattered group of nomadic tribes dwelling in the harsh steppes of Central Asia, who, in just a few decades, would unite, conquer, and shape the course of entire continents. It's a tale of ambition, military genius, and an unprecedented transformation of the world map. Our story begins in the 12th century, a time when the Mongol tribes were anything but unified. They were a collection of fiercely independent clans, often at odds with each other, struggling for survival in a tough environment. Life was hard-marked by constant feuds, brutal winters, and the ever-present challenge of feeding their families and herds. It was into this tumultuous world, around 1162, that a boy named Temujin was born. Little did anyone know, this child would grow up to become Genghis Khan, the architect of an empire that would stretch from East Asia to Eastern Europe. Temujin's early life was fraught with hardship. His father was poisoned when he was young, leaving his family vulnerable and outcast. He faced poverty, betrayal, and even enslavement. These early trials, however, forged an unyielding spirit and a keen understanding of human nature. He learned about loyalty, treachery, and the harsh realities of power from a very young age. Rather than breaking him, these experiences sharpened his resolve and instilled in him a vision of a united Mongol people. He understood that endless internal conflict was weakening them, making them vulnerable to external foes. As he grew older, Temujin began to gather followers, not through inherited power, but through sheer charisma, strategic alliances, and an uncanny ability to inspire loyalty. He was a master of diplomacy, knowing when to form bonds and when to assert dominance. He offered protection, shared spoils generously, and enforced strict laws within his growing following. His reputation as a formidable leader spread, and more warriors, disillusioned with the constant infighting, flocked to his banner. He was revolutionary in his approach, promoting people based on merit and loyalty rather than ancestry. A radical concept for his time. By 1206, after years of relentless campaigning and shrewd maneuvering, Temujin had achieved the impossible. He had united all the disparate Mongol tribes under one banner. At a grand assembly known as he was proclaimed Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. This wasn't just a change of name. It was a declaration of a new era. The Mongols were no longer just a collection of tribes. They were a formidable nation, ready to look beyond their steppes. With unity came incredible strength, and Genghis Khan quickly turned his attention outwards. He understood that a united people needed a common purpose, and that purpose became expansion. The Mongol army was unlike any other. They were highly mobile, master horsemen who could cover vast distances quickly. Their tactics were ingenious, relying on feints, encirclements, and psychological warfare. They were disciplined, resilient, and utterly loyal to their Khan. They mastered siege warfare, incorporated technologies from those they conquered, and adapted their strategies to defeat any enemy. Genghis Khan first targeted the powerful Jin dynasty in northern China, a formidable empire with advanced weaponry and massive armies. Many thought it was a fool's errand, but the Mongols, with their speed and ferocity, tore through their defenses. They then turned west, facing the Khwarezmian Empire in Central Asia, a vast Muslim state that had foolishly provoked Genghis Khan. The ensuing campaigns were brutal, but they effectively opened up the western routes for future Mongol expansion. What's truly astounding is that the Mongol Empire wasn't just about conquest. Genghis Khan also laid the foundations for a sophisticated administrative system. He established a written script, introduced laws known as the Yassa, which governed everything from military discipline to property rights, and even created a postal relay system called the Yam, which facilitated rapid communication across their vast territories. This infrastructure allowed the empire to function and grow, even after his death. When Genghis Khan died in 1227, the empire didn't crumble. It continued to expand under his brilliant successors. His son Genghis Khan and his grandsons, particularly Kublai Khan and Batu Khan, continued the incredible legacy. Genghis pushed further into China and Europe, while Batu led the Golden Horde into Eastern Europe, creating terror and awe wherever they went. Kublai Khan, perhaps the most famous after Genghis, eventually conquered the entirety of China, establishing the Yuan dynasty and moving the capital to what is now Beijing. The Mongol Empire at its peak was the largest contiguous land empire in history, stretching from the Pacific Ocean to the Danube River. It facilitated an unprecedented exchange of goods, ideas, technologies, and cultures across Eurasia, often referred to as the Pax Mongolica, or Mongol Peace. While the conquests were devastating, the subsequent period saw a flourishing of trade along the Silk Road, safer travel, and the diffusion of innovations like paper money, printing, and gunpowder from east to west. This cross-cultural interaction had a profound and lasting impact on the world. Of course, no empire lasts forever. The sheer size of the Mongol Empire eventually led to its fragmentation into various successor states, like the Golden Horde, the Khanates, the Chagatai Khanate, and the Yuan dynasty. These various Khanates continued to exert influence for centuries, but the unified empire of Genghis Khan eventually dissolved. The legacy of the Mongol Empire is complex and multifaceted. It's a story of brutal conquest and destruction, yes, but also of unparalleled military innovation, political unification, and cultural exchange that reshaped the world. It showed what immense power could be wielded by a determined and unified people, and it fundamentally altered the course of history for countless nations. It's a story that reminds us of the incredible impact a single individual, with a clear vision and unwavering resolve, can have on the world. The rise of the Mongols is a testament to the power of leadership, organization, and the ability to adapt. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through one of history's most fascinating periods. If you enjoyed learning about the Mongols, please hit that like button, subscribe for more historical deep dives, and let me know in the comments what other empires or historical figures you'd like to explore next. Your support helps us create more amazing content. See you in the next video.